I love how it just opened to just your face.
Oh, man.
Hi.
I'm so good at StreamYards, everybody.
Welcome, everybody, to the Elusive Exclusive Book Society, where we are becoming more elusive and more exclusive by the episode. And this might be our most exclusive episode because this time, or perhaps our most elusive, because now we have Jim from Mystery and Mayhem joining us.
Hello, Jim.
Hi, everyone.
Nice.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes, he is the voice that we all think we have in our own heads, narrating our lives. We sound when we're, when we're dirty talking our significant other.
What? Oh, all right. That's how it started.
Don't you?
Oh boy.
To me, I don't sound like, "Hi, how's it going, baby?" My stupid voice.
Hey, there was BookTube Awards, and you won the Best Voice Award.
What?
Did you know that? You didn't know that?
I didn't even get invited to the BookTube Awards.
Yeah, some BookTube Awards. Like I won the Best Voice the year before, and you won the next year.
What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah. I thought you knew that. I'm not joshing you. I'm serious.
What?
Yeah.
Well, this requires some.
What are these awards?
On Gareth's channel. BookTube Awards.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
I forget her name now. Oh, did I freeze?
Just for a second, yeah.
Okay.
So whose channel is this on that I got the best voice? That's straight up nonsense.
That is nonsense. I can't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm going to have to look it up later.
You swear.
All right. Well, today we are going to talk about we could talk about our sexy voices, but instead of that, did Nick get nominated for sexy voice?
I'm sorry, Nick. I don't think so. No. He might have been nominated, or once.
I'm frozen.
Else.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, are we all back? Is everybody still frozen?
I think we're good now.
All right. Today we are talking about Edward S. Aarons, Assignment Star Stealers, a.k.a. Timu James Bond, a.k.a. I've got another headache. Oh, take it away, Tim.
I will admit there were a lot of headaches in this book. But in any case, yeah, so Assignment Star Stealers is, book number 30 in the Assignment series, a.k.a. the Sam Durrell series by Edward S. Aarons. Yeah, so it's book 30 of 48. Edward S. Aarons wrote 42 of these things, and then after he passed away, his brother and a couple of ghostwriters wrote the last 6. So yeah, this is number 30. I should mention, by the way, that the whole reason I got into the series in the beginning was because last year Nick sent me Assignment White Raja, which is the book that came out before this one, and it knocked my socks off. It was one of the coolest things I read last year. And so now every time I'm in a bookstore and I see an assignment book, I grab it. So thank you, Nick, for introducing me to the series, because it's awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't see anything.
Are you,
Speaking of headaches, Sam Durrell has the cure for a headache in the book, if you remember correctly. 4 aspirin and 2 shots of bourbon.
That's right. He knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Yeah. So there you go. Learn lots of stuff from this book.
That's the thing. But you learn stuff reading. Everybody needs to read more because you just learn stuff. But yeah, I picked this book. I'm going to be honest. I picked this one because, first of all, it's an assignment book and it had been a while since I read it. But also, I like the cover. That said, we were just talking behind the scenes, and I like the cover on Jim's edition a little bit. He has a newer edition, and that artwork just looks gnarly. We got explosions. We got billowing clouds of smoke. And this one's cool. It's art. It's tasteful. We got just some figure work in the foreground and in the background. But I don't know. I like that newer edition. In any case, so the story takes place in Morocco, in Fez, Morocco, for the most part, in the Sahara Desert. We have Sam Durrell, this our CIA spy hero. He actually belongs to something called K section, which is like the top secret, if you know about it, they have to shoot you kind of department of the CIA. And so he's been charged with tracking down and busting up a group of, I don't know what to call them, kind of like counter spies almost. They're a group that's been stealing information from our spy satellites and have also been stealing information from the USSR satellites and from China, and been selling the information back to their owners for ridiculous amounts of money. And so not only is it his job to find these people and break up this operation, he also needs to track down another member of K section who was recently sent out into the Sahara to make a deal with these people and was never heard from since. And we lost Nick. Now we have to find Nick out in the Sahara.
I'm texting him right now. I was about to tell him jump off and try to get back in.
Okay. Well, while we wait for Nick to jump back on, Jake, since this is the first time you've ever read any of Edward S. Aaron's assignment books, what was your first impression of this?
My first impression, I liked it. It was it's a lot more serious than I thought it would be. It's more like I was expecting kind of like a what's the other one we read? Mike Hawk.
Yeah.
The Hawk novels I was expecting a little more over the topness, a little more kind of almost Bond action. I don't know if the Ian Fleming books have the silliness of some of the Roger Moore Bond.
I was going to say you were expecting like Roger Moore Bond, and you got Daniel Craig Bond instead.
Well, Bond in the books doesn't have a sense of humor, but the premise and the stuff that goes on is a little over the top sometimes, a little comic booky.
So I was expecting that, and this is very like there's nothing wild here. This is all like he's a normal guy. He doesn't win half the fights he's in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. But like, yeah, it's exactly. It's not. I think Jeff just said it there. It's not typical men's adventure. It's more like serious espionage stuff. And so once I kind of got my head around, he's back.
I had to do it on my phone. I don't know what's up with the computer.
All right,
so I can't. Go ahead. What did I miss?
No, I asked Jake what he thought, like what his first impressions were, since this was his first time reading an assignment book. Yeah. And he brought up something that I actually did want to talk about, the fact that like you look at the covers and the titles and stuff, and you expect like this crazy Roger Moore era James Bond kind of thing. And it's this fairly like hard-edged, gritty, down-to-earth kind of spy fiction. And from what I've read of the other books in the series, that's kind of how it is for the rest of them. It is very down-to-earth kind of stuff. Jake mentioned that, our main character, Sam Durrell, is not a superhero. He gets the crap kicked out of him in all these books. We alluded to it earlier. He's got a headache for like at least 60% of this book. So
it reminds me of more of a hard-boiled detective, because they're always getting the crap kicked out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The chat is on fire right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. I should probably look at the chat, shouldn't I?
I can't see it, so you got to put it up on screen.
Who we got? Okay, so obviously we got Steve from Check Your Shelf. He's in the chat. That's both the good news and the bad news. It's fine. It's great to have you, Steve. And of course, Sephiroth is here. Willie Todgerson Jr. Okay, I saw this comment earlier. Ajax says, told the wife I'm going to watch Eves tonight instead of going out for our anniversary. She hinted at a flame in my book collection, so I'll catch you later, guys. Sorry.
Probably a good call.
Yeah, probably. Jeff is here, of course. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
S. Griffin's also here. What's up? And Goatman's here. Fantastic. Shush, Jake. You will. Trust me. We're going to have Jim on this entire stream. You'll hear plenty of his voice.
And if you super chat with a suggestion, Jim will say anything you want. He'll read off anything you want him to. So
Jake has hired me to narrate his life.
Absolutely. Imagine how epic it would sound. Jake got up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Riddleby's here. I missed the assignment.
Jake, please don't pimp out our guests.
Hey, he knew what he was getting into when he signed up for this.
Eric Wag is here. What's up, Eric?
Hey, Eric.
Eric's got a new book coming out. Excited about that. Andrea from Infinite Text is here. What's up? I also use Jim's voice in emergencies, as you should. Oh, goodness.
You know what that's from, Andrea? That's from having kids, little kids, and they'd be out playing, and at supper time, you get out, you yell for the kids. You got to develop that, right from the diaphragm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where that comes from.
Yeah.
Nick still hasn't talked yet. He has. He has now.
I was frozen. I couldn't hear what anyone was saying.
Oh, sure.
Did we?
Robin was pointing that out too.
Yes. Did we talk about the cover yet?
I talked a little bit about the cover. Did you have something you wanted to say about the cover?
I did.
Okay, well, go ahead then.
Who is this stupid hippie girl? She's not in the book.
I was wondering that too. That's part of the reason why I prefer Jim's version of the cover, because the girl in there looks a lot more like Amanda, the main girl in this book. Not totally, but
so this is looks like a 19-year-old hippie girl, but the woman in the story is probably in her 30s.
Yeah,
and she's got red hair. Okay, and not only that, she has an AK-47 and lights up the room. How is that not the cover? How is that not the cover?
And she could fly a helicopter.
Dude, she's amazing. And we got this stupid hippie girl.
And she's the richest woman in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think Sam's got to hand his secret agent card over to her. Let her take care of business.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dude, I can't wait to get to that. Okay. So we'll get to it because there's some freaking awesome scenes involving that character. But so again, we're in the Sahara Desert. A lot of this takes place in Fez, Morocco. We initially start off, and Sam is getting in touch with his contact, this guy named Oliver, living in Morocco. And right off the bat, I freaking hate this guy. And do we really have to explain why?
It's a case of don't or show how unlikable a character is without saying how unlikable he is. It's not like anybody says, "Oh, this guy's a dick." It's just everything about him is just like, "Oh my god!" He's got egg stains on his shirt. He's wearing orange trousers. All kinds of stuff that you just like this dude.
The egg stains.
Yeah,
and there's some other things.
I can't. Nothing pops to mind. What was the issue? Yeah, but I do remember being like, "Oh, this guy doesn't seem like he's somebody I want to hang out with after church."
Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
The child bride. That's what it was. The child bride.
Yeah.
There's really no sensitive way to talk. He is living with this 12-year-old girl who he is way too close to throughout the entirety of the book, and it gets creepy immediately, and it stays creepy throughout the rest of the book. And interestingly enough, it's something that is kind of a revisit from a previous novel. I mentioned that I've already read Assignment White Raja, which is the book that came out right before this one. And in that one, we also have another member of K Section that Sam is meeting up with. And this guy is also a jerk for different reasons. But he's also right off the bat, it's okay, this dude's shady and messed up, and we should not trust him. It's kind of an interesting thing that he keeps putting in this series, and I'll get back to that when we kind of talk about the themes of this.
Also point out that Sam is that is not cool, dude. He's right off the bat, not good. Not good.
Eventually, he's just can you stop touching that girl, please?
That child. I think he calls her a child.
Yeah. Jeff wants to know what's wrong with the blonde hippie girl.
She's not in the book.
It's true.
And the woman that is in the book is amazing. She should be on the cover.
True. Thank you, Levi, for bringing down the chat.
Yeah. I've got a theory about Oliver that I'll share with you guys later on if it comes up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Peculiar Notions mentions that's everyone in the Assignment White Raja. Yes, everyone in that book, for whatever reason, is just this scummy, mistrustful character. That's a great book. I want to talk about that sometime.
I haven't read that yet.
It's great. Like I said, it knocked my socks off. It was fantastic. So he meets up with this guy, Oliver, who's, like we said, shady right off the bat, doing all kinds of messed up stuff. But he's the contact he has to meet with and get information from. And he eventually finds that involved in all of this is an old, I almost said an old girlfriend, but it's not. He's not an old girlfriend of Sam. It's like a childhood friend of his, someone who grew up with him back in the bayou when he was, just a little Sam Durrell in training, living on an old steamboat with his grandpa. And she has now grown up and married the recently deceased CEO of this massive company, who has become involved in this weird information stealing, trading kind of thing, because the son, her stepson, the son of this man who was recently killed, has disappeared. He's also disappeared out into the desert. And he's the one who designed a lot of the satellites that are supposedly involved in all this. So basically, Sam now has 3 different objectives. He has to break up these star stealers, as they call them. These thieves are stealing information from all 3 of these superpowers. He has to track down the other agent who went missing with a ton of money in the desert. And he has to find this woman's missing stepson, who is kind of the key to all this, because he has the brain that this technology came from.
And find out what happened to Dodd, the other.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the secret agent that disappeared with the money.
And don't forget that the scientists from each country were kidnapped as well. And
that's right. Yeah, the USSR has lost a scientist. The Chinese have lost a scientist, and now this guy Dodd has disappeared as well. So
you could say there's maybe too much stuff happening.
Well,
at once,
it
irons itself out.
You what?
It irons itself out.
It does, but initially there is so much, and not even. Oh gosh, not even just with the amount of stuff that's going on. The first couple pages of this book have so many like proper nouns and names of places and stuff. And literally the first note that I wrote down was, are there too many proper nouns in this book? Because right off the bat, they're naming all these locations and stuff, and it's all in a bunch of it's all in a different language that barbaric American Tim doesn't know how to pronounce. And so I'm like, what is going on? Where is he? Where is he going?
Did you Google any of the Middle Eastern names to figure out what the heck he was talking about?
I should have, but I didn't, and it made it worse for me. The only thing I knew was Fez. I knew Fez is in Morocco. That was the only point of reference that I had.
One of the reasons that I really like the assignment series is he's so well at describing the terrain, and he goes all over the world, and it's amazing setup. And the beginning of this is literally like he's reading off the street signs to you. I was like, this is so on assignment.
Yeah,
like it was so like confusing. He's like, and then I turned left on Smith Street. There's that one building, and then he tells you like the weird, like the history with no context of any historical figures or anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was so confusing. I mean, I think it goes back into his normal style where he's describing things properly, and it's awesome. But the whole beginning was, it was a lot.
It was a lot.
The street names, and then I wasn't even sure what he was supposed to be doing.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. It was a lot of setup, just a little too much maybe. But he did it well. Just the way he writes, he did it really well researched. But it was just like you were almost inundated with stuff.
Absolutely. It's one of those books where I'm like, man, the writer of this is so much smarter than I am. But in all seriousness, he's such a great writer. I honestly think that Edward S. Aarons is an underrated writer because no matter what story, to be fair, I've only read 3 of his books so far, but each one has been wonderfully written. He's got a fantastic style. And now Jake is cracking up. So someone clearly said something.
Oh, Levi did a good one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Bravo, Levi. Good job.
I think there is one called Assignment School.
School for Spies.
School for Spies, yeah.
Yeah.
So there, Levi, up your butt.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were just talking about, Jeff. That's it. I think you got your comment a little late. Yeah, no, he plunges you straight into the setting. It's impressive what he does.
Definitely a point I was going to make too. Yeah, just I mean, every sight and smell in the market of the Middle Eastern street are just amazing. So well done.
Yeah,
he delivers, just not at the beginning.
Goatman brings up a suggestion to ask Jim to read out Weird Frequencies, a collection of magnificent short but stellar stories by a loved community. Please get yourself a copy coming soon. Thank you for the shameless plug, Goatman. I appreciate it.
I'm so bad. I have to pick up some of your books, honestly. That's one of them, Tim. He's referring to yours, right?
Well, he's referring to the anthology that all 3 of us worked on.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But that's not out yet, so that's okay.
The
rest of the books don't matter. Everything that's come out beforehand doesn't matter.
I will definitely pick that one up.
I'm excited about it. I might buy multiple copies of that because I'm so excited to read the rest of those stories. He does an incredible job of just giving you, like you said, not just describing things, but giving you like the smells and the sounds of this. Like, how many times are we reminded of like donkeys braying in the distance? Like you feel like you're there. I don't know how much traveling Edward S. Aarons did, but it seems like he's talking from experience. Like, he went to these places and he's just giving you, everything you need to have the proper atmosphere. It's really, really good.
Even the characters, like going back to that Oliver character, I was kind of impressed with how he painted him. Without coming on and saying, well, like I said, this guy's a bad guy. I wrote a whole bunch of things down. He had jaundiced eyes, he had scuffed shoes, he had the egg stains. He wouldn't give Durrell a drink. Durrell showed up at his place twice after he got his ass kicked and wanting a drink, and he withheld the booze. He wouldn't give him liquor. He gave him tea instead. Just little things like that kind of just painted this character. Wow, this guy, he's not a nice guy.
Yeah. If you ask for bourbon and they give you mint tea, like that's worse than kicking a dog.
That's some disrespect,
right? And then the obvious too, which we already talked about.
Yeah.
With that character.
Yeah. It's fantastic writing. But so right off the bat, yes, we are kind of front loaded with a ton of different plot points. And Nick is right. They do iron themselves out. And by the end of it, it ends up being a very satisfying kind of tapestry that he puts together. But as soon as he figures out that this missing scientist he's looking for is this young guy, Richard, the stepson of this old friend of his. So we get introduced to her. Her name's Amanda. And as we pointed out earlier in this book, or earlier in this live stream, she is a freaking awesome character because she keeps pulling all of these skills and proficiencies out of nowhere. And it's like, oh my gosh, this woman can do everything. And also, she's basically the heir to this giant tech company that she got from her dead husband. And of course, she is. The thing was, in a similar way to the James Bond novels, the female characters are kind of introduced as the love interests for our main spy hero, and that is what Amanda is, at least at the beginning of the story. She is very much a love interest. She's kind of smitten with Sam because she just remembers him from when they were kids, and she kind of remembers admiring him and having this kind of puppy dog kind of crush on him. And so she's infatuated with him from the beginning. But as the story goes on, she gets to become a legitimate character, and she ends up saving his butt so many times throughout the course of this book. And one of the notes that I put down was, Amanda's a little bit annoying, and then later I put ... until she shot that one guy, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of like, where did that come from? That's awesome.
And she saved him. Like what kind of hand-to-hand expert is he that he's about to die twice, actually 3 times. There's another instance in the conclusion, but yeah, twice she saved him with the headbutt to the head to the one guy and shot the other guy. And I had the same notes, Tim.
Yeah.
I had her. She saved him twice. ... And she flies a helicopter.
Yeah. That's the thing, because like I was kind of prepared for this to be like just an annoying like love interest kind of character, and she ends up pulling her weight in some major ways. So, yeah, didn't disappoint on that front.
She starts off where she thinks it's all exciting, right?
Yeah.
She's like, this is so like, what's going on? What are you? She doesn't even know that he's a spy or any of this stuff. She's just she's excited to be a part of this. And then she's also scared too. So it's not like she's like some super Bond character. Like she's like a real person, and you put this real person in this situation, and then you see if they got what it takes. And she had him.
Yeah, you kind of like her to carry on into another book, but I don't think he does that. I think it's probably a different girl every time, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, she wants him to settle down, be her house husband. So
right. And I outlined a passage in the book like that where he's talking about married life and he's not going to settle down, and you know he kind of looks down on that kind of thing.
Well, he also says it's because everyone will just go after her. All these enemies across the world.
Oh yeah,
that he can't be married.
Well, that's why Batman has a secret identity, so people don't go after Alfred.
So are you saying that Sam Durrell needs to follow Batman's example and put on some tights and a mask and then
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
But it's interesting. It's something that I actually did. This was like the biggest note that I took down, and it's something that I noticed from the other books as well. So Sam Durrell, and he does also kind of share this trait with James Bond, though I would say that from the one James Bond novel that I've read, I'd say he's not as like, I don't know, he's not as like suave and seductive as James Bond might be. He's a little more no nonsense. Like, it just so happens that he like gets together with these women. He's just kind of like, it's a coincidence. He is very much this no nonsense, I'm here to do the job and I just want to get it over with kind of character.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, he's constantly complaining about his job, and the scenes we get with the general in this book, they're like bickering back and forth, and he's being making all these snide little side comments where it's like he doesn't want to do this stuff, and yet he keeps finding himself compelled to go on. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts were on that, because it seems like he's a man of two minds, where he takes his job so seriously, and he's almost married to his work, but at the same time, it seems like he really doesn't want to do this job.
He asked for a raise at one point.
Yeah, he does.
Like McPhee asked him, well, does this $1 million tempt you? He says, yes, it does. And I'm going to ask you for a raise when I'm done this. Yeah. In fact, McPhee says, yeah, we'll talk about it later. But you get the impression that he's incorruptible.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Which is as a hero should be.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At least with this kind of like no, go ahead.
I was going to say that I think he kind of makes him a little bit bitter, so to differentiate between James Bond and also the, like, as far as the ladies go, like where James Bond is like, oh yeah, look at that. Like Sam Durrell just kind of doing his thing, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Well, I'm not going to turn it away." You know?
James Bond in the books, he goes through a whole thing about how he seduces married women.
Right.
Mhm.
He talks about exactly how he goes through it and the stages involved and yeah, he's totally different. Like you said, Sam Durrell, it's just a matter of business. Just it comes with the territory. But James Bond, it's like it's part of him.
Maybe it's because I'm so late into the series. Who is Sam Durrell? Can you guys describe him for me? Because James Bond, you could list off 10 adjectives that would describe him perfectly without saying what he does, you know what I mean, his nationality. But who is Sam Durrell? Because I got to admit, I don't know who he is.
I honestly don't. Like, I've only read a few. I haven't read that many. But I honestly think what we got out of this book, that's probably all we're going to get to know of Sam Durrell. I just get that impression. You know, like we know he's from the Louisiana, grew up with his grandfather. Yeah. And I think that's pretty much all we're going to get for background for him.
But even personality, like I loved those little glimpses when it seemed like he was. But even Nick, when you mentioned he was like, is that $1 million tempt you? He's like, yeah, I might need a raise. I don't know if he was actually voicing discontent or if he was just making a joke because we weren't really told. Yeah. Does that make sense? So it could have been the case, but it's like, as far as a personality, like James Bond, I could describe him without saying he's a secret agent. He's kind of bombastic, and maybe I'm just going off of the movies because I haven't read any of the books. But like he's a ladies' man. He's bombastic. He's very, very cocky. He's very playful.
He's a blunt instrument, is how Fleming described him. And he has no sense of humor in the books. The Bond you see in the movies, no sense of humor in the books.
There's no one-liners in the books.
No.
What?
No, not at all.
I'm not reading that crap.
Steve says, I tried to seduce a married woman recently. She told me to stop it and clean out the garage.
Steve, are you on your first bourbon or are you on your second? Which one?
Good episode.
Yes, he is.
Thank you for acknowledging all the Mike Hawk comments.
I know. I'm sorry. I've been skipping over all the Mike Hawk.
I've been laughing silently to myself the whole time.
I can't see anything.
I will read another Hawk novel eventually. Okay, I promise. They're fun.
I got them all now.
You have all those too? That's awesome.
I have all the Hawks and all the assignments.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
Wow, that's awesome.
Good man. Please don't leave us in suspense. Is the garage clean now? He's working on it.
Stop it and clean out the garage.
He has this kind of like, I guess it's like an affluent kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? He kind of just lets everything roll off his back, but you do get the sense that he is very bitter about certain things. And Jake, the way you kind of described him, would you say that's like a downside, the fact that you don't really get a lot out of the character?
I don't know who he is. Yeah, there's no
Gotcha.
There's not a whole lot of personality, which I was kind of hoping there would, because Mike Hawk has personality. You know what I mean? Clip that. I don't even care.
He's not a spy, though.
No, that's true. He's not a spy. So
yeah, I mean, when you said, was he making a joke about the $1 million? He's not making a joke because Sam Durrell doesn't make jokes. He doesn't. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he laughs or smiles in this at all.
No. Well, that is the thing. It frequently mentions that like he's very straight faced, and then there was one passage where it's like he finally gave a small smile or something. It's like, yeah, he goes through this whole story very straight faced. So
I don't get bitter from him though.
No,
I just get just a guy doing his job, you know. But again, it's all open to interpretation, right?
Yeah, he is one of those characters where, like you mentioned, Jim, he's mysterious. He's got that. We know that little tiny bit about his childhood, and that's really all we know about his background. So maybe he is just meant to be this kind of enigmatic character. But the thing that I find interesting about these books, at least the ones that I've read, is that each one has kind of shown the repercussions that his fixation on getting the job done, what that has on his or the effects that has on his personal life, if he even has a personal life. Because I read like the 5th one in the series a little while ago, Budapest, which that one, the whole plot of that story opens up with him basically breaking up with an old girlfriend who's like sick of him, being married to this job and taking it so seriously. And so obviously with book 30, we're quite a ways away from that. But I find it interesting that every one of the series that I've read so far, it kind of touches on will he ever give up this job and settle down? Will he try to leave this life behind him? And obviously the answer is no, because then the series wouldn't be a thing. You can't have an assignment series if he decides to settle down. But
I marked the damn passage, but I forgot to put the page number down.
Oh no,
where they deal with that about him not being able to settle down, and he's marked for death basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of fact that he's going to die one day, and he's never going to have a chance to settle down and start a family and have a wife. But again, I marked it with my pencil. I forgot to write the page number down, so I'm not sure what page that's on.
Goatman asks, do wounds carry through like Bond or Dick Pitt?
Definitely Dirk Pitt. Clip it.
Dirk Pitt.
What? Dirk Pitt.
What did I say?
You know exactly what you said.
Dang it. What's the name?
Well, no, it's not.
Whatever.
Clive Cussler. Yeah, Dirk Pitt. I got you, man.
Dirk Pitt. Okay.
I got your back, man.
Dirk.
Thank you.
Dirk.
No, so to answer the question though, I don't know, because I don't remember like him sustaining any damage that carries through. Because, like I said, I've only read 3 of these books.
Well, he got shot in the left arm. He got shot in the left arm by the sniper at the beginning. Remember? And then he goes to Oliver's wanting the bourbon because he wants his arm looked at, and then you never hear anything of it after that. And he gets his ass kicked like throughout the entire book.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's not invincible, but the thing is, I think what Goatman was asking was because doesn't I think I remember because the only James Bond that I've read so far was Dr. No. At the beginning of that, he's recovering from like wounds he sustained in the previous book or whatever. And so I don't know if that's the kind of thing that happens in assignment, because like I said, I've only read 3 of these.
I don't think so. I think the only thing,
if it goes from book to book, like if an injury carries through from book to book, I get you. Yeah,
I think the only thing that carries over is in the first one, he meets that woman, and I think that's the girlfriend that you're talking about in the other book. So in the first one, there's that girlfriend, and she appears kind of sporadically throughout the series. But I think that's the only thing that really carries over.
No, there it is. Steve just had the. Thank you, Steve. Anyone here read the Seymour Butts?
Any of you guys ever read one of the Dirk Pitt novels, Clive Cussler novels?
I've not. So I'm going to immediately flip the subject and say no, I have not. Are they any good?
Well, the early ones. I read a lot of the early ones when I was younger, like Raise the Titanic and the Mediterranean Caper, a couple others. Yeah, they were pretty good. I haven't read like then. I think his son took them over, and I haven't read any of the recent ones.
They made a movie off of one of the Dirk Pitt novels, didn't they? With
Sahara.
Yeah. That was a fun movie.
It was fun.
I remember watching it and being like, that was fun. And I don't remember thinking about it.
No. But
Sahara?
they did make a movie. Sahara.
Matthew McConaughey movie?
Yeah.
And Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Right?
Steve Zahn, yep.
He made that movie. He made that movie good.
They made a Raise the Titanic movie, I think, in the 70s, I think, based on the book, too. I could be wrong if I remember correctly. It wasn't a very good movie. But something to keep in mind. If you see them out on the shelf, some of the earlier ones,
Absolutely, because I'm getting into
Yeah.
like more crime fiction now.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man.
Yes.
I'm broadening my horizons finally. Not just sword and sorcery for this man.
Sword and
You can
crime.
have both. You can
Sword
have
and
both.
crime. Yeah, Brian just had to interject and say, "I gave Mike Hawk to you people." Yeah, we'll never forget it, Brian. We'll never forget it. Thank you.
He sure did.
Steve says, "I'm 12." So we're all 12, Steve. That's men don't age past 12. This is a known fact. Never too late to broaden your. Thank you, Peculiar Notions. So I totally lost the plot here. The last thing I mentioned was him meeting up with Amanda, this old childhood friend of his.
This is, you know what's funny? This is like you're in the third chapter.
I know. I
For
can't.
42 minutes.
Because here's the thing. The next note I wrote down was Sam slugs a guy with a sandbag in a dark room, and I think that's like 15 chapters from where I left off.
Yeah.
So does anyone remember anything that happens between then?
Yeah, they are. So Oliver sets him up with a guide, and it's the Blue Man.
Yes. Okay, yes. Oh, I totally forgot about the Blue Man.
And he's part of the Tarugs, which is like I think they're like a nomad society. I think
Blue people.
that's kind of what I got. I didn't look it up or anything.
Hassan was his name. Hassan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually recognize them, and I don't remember from where. Maybe I read them on National Geographic or something years ago. But yeah, they're actually blue. The indigo dye actually stains their skin blue. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm. But as we
Research.
soon find out, most of them aren't legitimate blue men. So.
No, they're all doing, blue face.
It
A bunch of white boys doing blue face.
literally is. It literally is.
Yeah. They're LARPing out in the desert.
That is funny. That's funny, Jake.
Thank you.
Oh, but that's where he discovered, because he heads out into the desert, and this guide Hassan betrays him because we find out that he is part of this group, these Star Stealers that have been hijacking this satellite information, and that's when we also learned that Richard, this missing stepson of Amanda's, is part of their group, or at least like trying to like seek sanctuary with them, because he doesn't want he wants to be off the grid. He wants to be out of the game. He wants to just live his life without people, butting in on his business or whatever. And he thinks he's doing the world a favor, I guess.
I think a more appropriate name for him would have been the short form of Richard.
Yes. See, yeah, exactly.
I hated that character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Out in the desert is where they find Dodd.
That's true. So yeah, they eventually find Dodd out, Jimmy Dodd out in the desert. This missing agent. They find his totally emaciated, shredded up, dried, mummified body out in the desert. He's still chained to the briefcase that the company sent him with, and it's filled with blank bills, just like slips of useless paper instead of the $1 million that he was supposed to be carrying. And so yeah, this group just like wasted him when they found out that he wasn't there to give them the money they wanted.
And vultures ate his crotch.
Yes, yes, they did.
It was brutal.
It was
Awesome. It was awesome. He was staked down. It was like staked and roped down.
I know.
Like spread eagle in the desert, and they just left him to die there like that. That's that was brutal.
It is brutal. Jeez.
Vultures and coyotes.
Mm-hmm. Don't mess with the Star Stealers. Oh, that's the other thing. So we also have those two other factions in place. So we have an agent from the USSR. What was his name? Colonel Skoll.
Skoll, yeah.
And
my favorite character.
Oh yeah, by far.
He was your favorite. Well, do you want to talk about him then, Jake?
There is a giant Russian with a peasant face who looks like me, probably.
And he has a Brooklyn accent.
And he is awesome. He's got enough personality for 3 characters. First of all, every time I keep wanting to say Mike Hawk, but Durrell comes into his hotel room, Who's there? Commander Skoll, Skoll, Skoll,
With a giant
comrade.
bottle of vodka.
With a giant empty bottle of vodka, and he goes, "Bam, bam, comrade, or Amerikanoski, you're dead," or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, you're dead. I had my gun in my coat. You're dead." And he keeps doing it. Oh, you really did get me that time, Sam Durrell, trying to have a personality, matching wits with this giant Russian who's freaking awesome.
So that's the other thing. Edward S. Aarons writes he writes dialogue wonderfully. And so yeah, every conversation that Skoll and Sam have in this book is fantastic. Yeah, he's a great character. Which is kind of weird because they pair him up with the Chinese agent Chu Li, who basically has no personality whatsoever.
He bows a lot and just drinks tea.
Yeah. Yeah, no stereotyping there whatsoever. But they are essentially working together because, you know, they are also trying to get their information back and break up this group of Star Stealers. And multiple times throughout the narrative, they keep probing Sam, like, just join us, you know, be part of. Well, you have a temporary alliance. We'll get our information, and then we'll go our separate ways. And Sam's not having any of it.
Yeah.
And as we eventually figure out, for very good reason. Yeah.
Were you guys a little disappointed that he wasn't in? Where he's like, no, let's team up.
I would have teamed up with him. Skoll was awesome.
I know.
Just because I wanted more Skoll.
That's what I was like, man, please let him team up with them because this guy's great.
Yeah. I will say that every time that character's on the page, I cracked a smile. I was like, oh, yeah, he's back.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's skeptical from the beginning, as he usually is in these kind of stories, and for good reason, because eventually we find out that Colonel Skoll is not playing fair. He's got some tricks up his sleeve as well, and yeah, it's not gonna end well if Sam decides to team up with him. And then after that, then we get then we have him trying to actually make a deal with these people because they're contacted again, and at that point the general tells him, okay, well, we're going to send you this time with the $1 million. So he gets the briefcase, changes it to his wrist, and he's at this point they're in where
Zurich.
were they? They're in Zurich. That's right. So they're going to meet the next contact in Zurich, and he meets them in like the gymnasium of an old, like, abandoned school. It's totally pitch black, and Sam just wanders in, can't see anything, and he just hears this guy, you know, calling out to him, telling him directions. And we get this is actually my favorite moment in the book, where Sam's like, okay, I've had enough of this dude, and so he finds somehow locates a sandbag that's hanging in this dark gymnasium, and he just swings it at the dude and knocks him out. And then how does he kill this guy? He doesn't shoot him, does he?
No,
what happens?
He basically, I think he hits him in the neck, and then he falls against, and he squishes his head against a brick wall.
Right. Yes. Yeah. And Sam's just kind of like, well,
as
he
one
didn't
does.
give me a choice, but
Yeah, and he was there to kill him.
he was. Yeah, it was a double cross the whole time.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Spies Like Us?
A long time ago.
That's all I could think of when they had the briefcase chained to his wrist. Was in Spies Like Us.
Is that right?
Yeah, with Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh God, years ago. Yeah.
It's so good. It hits a lot of the tropes that are in these spy books.
I need to watch that again.
I looked up because at one point he complains about, like, get this briefcase off me. I can't do my bloody job. And I looked it up how much 1 million pounds would weigh, and it's about 22 or 25 pounds, something like that. Like, it's no joke. You're lugging around some weight. FYI. I mean, I know you guys know what $1 million, how much it weighs, but I didn't know. I had to look it up.
Well,
I wanted to. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
I guess
Jim.
it depends on what denomination they're in. Like it'd have
Quarters.
to fit in a little briefcase that you can carry around, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought that this had a lot of parallels to hard-boiled detective fiction, where it is sort of like there's a conspiracy. So Sam, he's not sure if Dodd flipped. Did Dodd get tricked, or was Dodd got caught ripping these people off? And then he comes back, and then he's like, well, now he doesn't trust Amanda also, because her friend, the Stevenson, the
Right.
CEO guy, comes in, and he is giving the secret satellite plans or whatever he's giving. Amanda's supposed to deliver it to Richard. So is she part of the conspiracy also? He doesn't know if he can trust Oliver. Like, he's still not sure if he can, if Oliver's really on his side or not. So I thought a lot of this, it really reminded me of hard-boiled fiction.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Lots of mystery going on. Lots of like double guessing people's loyalties and stuff. Yeah.
Apparently the early ones were read more like a hard-boiled mystery than the later ones, from what I read.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the first 6, like when they start in the 50s, 55.
Yeah. Something like that.
And they were a lot more hard-boiled back then, apparently.
What number is this?
Like this.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I love how most of these have this little sketch. It's supposed to be Sam Durrell. It looks nothing like how the character is described in the book.
And then my copy looks like this.
I love
What a
that photo.
nerd.
He looks like the most milquetoast individual ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how this story. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I thought this story was very different because a lot of the times he's on his own, and here he's like the general's like in the next building over. He has like all these contacts. It was very weird to see him like in this network of spies, because usually it's just him on his own in a foreign location going up against the man. It was a very different assignment.
Interesting, because the only ones that I've read, he has like, or are you just saying purely just because he has the support network? Because in all the ones I've read, there's always like a couple different characters that are like accompanying him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I understand if you're saying like he doesn't really have like any of his people like behind him. Because yeah, this is the first one I've read where like you said, the general's kind of like hanging over his shoulder the whole time. Be like, okay, Sam, back to work, buddy.
Right. You just it's constantly check in and stuff. It was very weird. Oh.
Well, he needed the help with this one. Like the beginning of this says Durrell could kill with his hands, a needle, a rolled newspaper, anything at all. But he had to get his ass saved like 3 times through the whole book. And one from a 12-year-old girl.
We'll get to that. That was awesome. Yeah, so
he kills the guy. He killed the guy in the gymnasium. Sorry, Tim, I got you off.
No, it's fine. It's
Sorry,
fine.
I got ahead of things. I always do that. Sorry,
it's all good. It's all good. No, we will talk about it, and it will be amazing. So after he kills this guy in the gymnasium, he's really trying to look in on what's going on, because like we pointed out, he's starting to suspect Amanda because she might have a reason to be stealing the information. He's very skeptical of her buddy Stevenson, who is in charge of the company after her husband passed away. At one point he straight up barges into the dude's office and like straight up to his face is like, "Are you involved in this?" And the guy like almost has him escorted out of the building. So he wants to just get this job done and get to the bottom of this. And so it's at this point that Amanda kind of inserts herself into the mission almost, because we mentioned before that at the beginning she's very much like excited, and she's fascinated by the prospect that she's reuniting with this old friend of hers, and he has this mysterious job where he's venturing out into the desert trying to find people. And so she actually says, "I am going with you on this. It's my stepson. I'm going to find him and bring him home," or whatever. And so they head back out in the desert. What was the name of this other character that they eventually they come across in the village, and they basically rip him out of his house, and they're like, okay, you're leading us through the desert now.
Erhan Kadir.
Kadir, okay, yes,
Chubby little fellow.
yes. He, in my brain, the only thing I could picture was Sala from Indiana Jones for some reason.
I
don't
love
know why.
Sala. Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
I just pictured Sala from Indiana Jones, fumbling over his words while he's trying to lead these people through the desert. We get some interesting kind of. Once again, we're given this weird contextless history where he'll just spout long passages of history that he knows, as they're going through the desert and checking out their surroundings. So Durrell is basically forcing him to lead them through the desert. And it's at this point where one night they just bump into Richard. He just comes flying out, running out of nowhere, bumps into them. And he has clearly been tortured recently because he's losing his mind. He has been shocked to the point where, he's babbling incoherently.
He's missing teeth.
He's missing teeth. His skin's all messed up. Yeah.
Daddy, I want daddy.
He keeps crying out for his dad. It's kind of disturbing stuff. It's what the heck happened to this guy? And not long after, they find the dead body of Chu Li, the Chinese agent. It's okay, Skull's been here. General Skull, jolly old General Skull has been here.
That part made no sense.
What?
How did Skull get his hands on Richard? He
How
made
did he
some
get his
offhand comment that's we lured him out or something stupid like that. It didn't make any sense.
Richard was disguised as one of the blue men, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Richard's, and then Skull stumbled across him and lured him away or something stupid like that. It made no sense. Am I remembering this wrong?
I'm trying to remember how the events played out.
Because they didn't. All of a sudden, they just found him beat up in the desert.
Well, I think it was just a
Skull.
Well, they were on the trail, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit too much. Okay, he just kind of got to them first, but I guess at that point it's they're in the middle of the Sahara Desert. How did Skull just manage to track him down before they did? Because at this point there wasn't they weren't meeting anywhere. There wasn't a rendezvous point set up or anything. They just kind of bumped into it.
And how did? Oh, go ahead.
Skull was working together with Von. What's the guy's name? The Nazi Von Handel. They were working together, and the blue men like Hassan and the blue men were working all together, and then they started turning on each other. Right, so
I think so.
Richard would have been with the Tuaregs in the installation in the desert,
Mm.
and then I guess they were trying to get information from him.
I thought that Skull knew what was going on before Durrell did every step of the way. Okay. He was like, "How does he know what's going on?" And then Durrell was on the trail of Richard going to the base. So maybe Skull just got to him first.
It's a problem that we can't remember this. It's a problem that we all came to different conclusions.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, okay?
That is the thing. There is so much packed into this book. And I will say that is one of the things that kind of did deter my enjoyment of this. But, I mean, I mentioned before, I just love Edward S. Aaron's writing style. So, I'm with it, even if I don't understand what's going on.
That was the redeeming factor for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. His writing's so good that it just makes up for all the faults.
I should point out, everyone can't shut up about your shirt now, Jim.
Oh.
The Red Dead Redemption 2 shirt.
Red Dead 2. I wish it was like the original Red Dead, but I'll settle for Red Dead 2. I got two of them. I was right into the game, and I went into an EB Games. I said, "Have you got any Red Dead Redemption merch?" And she said, "Oh, all we have is T-shirts." I said, "Oh yeah, what T-shirts?" She says, "Well, we have two, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Outlaws for Life." Good, I'll take them both.
Oh, there you go.
So I grabbed them both. But
I played a little bit of 2. I've never played the first one though.
Oh, I love them. I love both the games. Actually, both of them are brilliant. They kind of work together as one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played the first one. It was fun.
Yeah.
This is a better conversation. Let's talk about this instead.
Red Dead.
I don't know this.
I'm a fan. I played the original right out of the gate, like when it first came out. Played the hell out of that game. And then Red Dead 2, of course, it came out. I had to pick that up right away and start playing that. It's just great stuff. Great storyline, great characters. So well done. But yeah, thanks for admiring the t-shirt.
The guns are a high caliber. He must be in an open carry state because he ain't concealing those guns. Okay, calm down, Steve. All right, so where do we leave off? So, okay,
We're still in the desert.
They're in the desert. They have Richard with him. Richard is now, it's very possible that he has lost his mind and he's beyond saving. So potentially this information that was used to, extract this satellite data and whatever is lost forever. But they're still trying to find the Star Stealers.
Don't forget this machine he had. He had to get to a certain point in the desert, and then the machine would point him the rest of the way to where the installation was.
Right.
Yeah.
The general just kind of tells him that, like, we have someone from the tech department who wanted you to pick this up, and it's like, what does he call it? The Wayfinder? What is it?
Oh, I didn't write it down, but something like that.
Something like that. It's essentially pointing him in the direction he needs to go. So that's how he has a lead on where in the desert to go.
The plot finder.
The plot finder, yeah. In any case, they eventually do find where these Star Stealers are hanging out. And at this point it gets a little bit James Bondy because it's this this base out in the desert and got these giant telescoping radar dishes.
Oh, that's when I was finally like, let's go.
Yeah. You were ready for the Frogman suits to appear out of nowhere, weren't you?
Yeah.
Calling off the ceiling and machine guns. And,
Frogmen in the middle of the desert.
Putting on to knocking out guys, putting on their outfits as a disguise.
They do that. I love that. That is one of my favorite tropes in fiction for whatever reason. Knocking out the bad guys and stealing their costumes.
It works.
Awesome. It does, yeah. And at this point, again, we get Amanda actually, pulling her weight and being awesome. This is when she starts gunning people down. She's got a freaking assault rifle.
Yeah.
It's this great little infiltration scene. Mm-hmm. The only thing is, we get to this part in the story where we've now introduced this kind of big bad villain, this Von Handel, like this former Nazi scientist who's apparently behind all this. And
it's at the climax of the story.
What's that?
It's at the climax of the story where they basically introduce this guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, we get to it, and I'm like, wait, who is this dude? Okay, he's the big bad guy. Wait, where was he this whole time? Yeah. They kind of
and Aaron's at that point kind of turns around and looks at the camera and goes, also a bunch of Nazi scientists jumped sides after the war to make bombs, among other things. Anyways, I was scraping the top of my skull. I was rolling my eyes so hard at that part.
If you blink, you'd miss it. Right.
But yeah, it just kind of comes out of nowhere, and that's another thing that kind of, I don't know. It gets a little tiny demerit for me that like the big bad is introduced in the 11th hour.
It would have benefited from a clear-cut villain and good versus evil, like all the way through,
Yeah.
But we did meet one of the bad guys at the beginning, like Ollie or Orville, whatever the hell his name is. What's his name? Oliver.
Yeah.
So we did meet him at the beginning.
Yeah.
But he's not the main bad guy,
No,
but he's
just an evil guy doing his own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's at this point where we basically, this is where the different, crazy plot threads do kind of iron themselves out. And we kind of tie things together. We learned that this guy, Von Handel, he was working with Stevenson, the guy that is now running the tech company. they were behind the murder of this of Amanda's late husband. So, and I found it kind of funny at this point. Because they've been reunited with General Skull at this point, who, for just this brief moment is teaming up with them because he was also in the base. They were torturing him, and they are able to rescue him just in time. Mm-hmm. And so now he's on their side for a brief moment, and she's screaming at him, "Kill him, Skull! Kill him for Richard!" I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Just give me a gun, I'll help you.
I know, right?
What am I, crazy? So he starts knocking heads together instead.
Yeah,
yeah.
Skull.
Yeah.
I want to read the continued adventures of Commodore Skull.
Comrade.
There we go.
Comrade Skull. Thank you. Yeah.
Comrade Skull.
Throw in Amanda too. Amanda and Skull. Like, I'd read
that.
Better than Sam. I got a headache.
Oh.
I got a headache. You guys didn't mention up at this point. I think he's been hit in the back of the head and knocked out 3 different times.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
He suffers from what I like to call Frodo syndrome.
Frodo syndrome?
Yeah. Dude, you know how many times Frodo gets knocked out in the Lord of the Rings?
Mm.
Well, that's appropriate, because how many climaxes did we have in this book? We had 3 different conclusions. It felt like a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, it was silly.
I will defend every single ending in the Lord of the Rings to the death. It needed to have all of them, okay? No, but in any case, at this point, we finally do get the end of the Star Stealers, because Colonel Skull is the one who kills Von Handel, is he not?
Oh, I just reread that this morning. I don't know. Shit, I forget. Isn't that stupid?
Pretty sure he's the one who kills him.
I don't know. He blew up the place himself, right?
Oh, that's right. He activates the self-destruct. Oh, I totally forgot.
Oh, so the hero didn't
kill
really
him ahead
accomplish
of time?
anything.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
What did you say, Jay?
Oh, so the hero didn't accomplish anything?
No, just shut up. You're just hating on our buddy.
The villain
Sam
blew up
Durrell.
his own infrastructure, his own structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
Thanks for being here, Sam.
But what the hell happened to Von Handel?
I'm trying to remember. I want to say,
I think Skull. Yeah, Skull kills him because he was torturing Skull. So he's like, he hits the button and then Skull kills him.
Right.
And then they get out of there.
Pretty sure.
Sorry, Sam gets them out of there.
Yeah, Sam is
Amanda
able to
flies them out. Amanda's, I can fly a helicopter.
I know, yeah.
Oh, that part too. She's like, how are we gonna get out of here? This whole base is gonna explode. Well, there's a helicopter. Actually, I'm fully certified and have flown over 400 hours to get my certification.
Because her husband was a freaking zillionaire and he needed to know how to fly a helicopter.
Well,
it makes sense, Jake.
30 freaking bucks that Sam Durrell would know how to fly a helicopter.
That is fair.
Come on.
That's fair. Come on. That's a good point.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, I will admit, even though he does have his moments in this book, he's not at his peak in this. Sam himself is not at his peak in this one. But at this point, their base is exploding. It's the self-destruct has been initiated. And at this point, I was scared we were going to lose Colonel Skull because as they're trying to board the helicopter, they realize, oh crap, this can only fit 3 people. Mm-hmm. So they kind of like count themselves like, nope, there's 4 of us, so we can fit.
It could fit 4.
You forgot about
Amanda
Sala,
and Erhan. Don't forget Erhan.
Right.
Sala.
Yeah, Sala. Exactly.
So you're on your own. You're taking the vehicle. You're driving.
Right. Exactly. And so Colonel Skull's like, well, no, that's not going to happen. And he immediately takes Amanda hostage, holds a gun to her, and is like, okay, Sam, you're gonna make this happen for me. At this point, Sam pulls out his own gun, and we have this kind of standoff, where, and once again we see Sam trying to like be a little conflicted and being like, okay, I have to do this job, but at the same time, is he gonna shoot the girl? Is he gonna shoot the girl in order to kill his enemy and get the job done? And what happens at that point? Because I seriously, I reread that section like 3 times.
Well,
I still can't remember how he gets out of that.
Remember the climax? Huh?
I somehow don't remember how Skull gets away.
Skull, like Durrell's a gambler. It's been
Right.
It's been determined in earlier books that he's a gambler. So basically, Skull's thinking, is it a bluff or does he really not care about her? So then Amanda just kind of goes, slack, and she slips out of Skull's hands, and then Skull just says, okay, and drops his gun.
Right. Okay. That's right.
So nobody shot at that point. Skull's still alive. He's left alive.
That's the thing, which we could have gotten, like Nick said, we could have gotten the further adventures.
We still might. We don't know.
No, I think
that's true. I've never read all of them, so who knows? But
I think it mentions that he was in another one, that he tried to kill Sam. So this might be his second appearance.
Oh, okay. This is
You
why I
get
need
the
to read all of
impression
them.
they knew one another. You get the impression when they first meet that, oh, this time you're not trying to kill me, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think he was in a previous one.
Oh. Well, yeah, I mean, Sam Durrell was stone cold. The girl means nothing to me.
Yeah, and that's
and that,
that comes back to haunt him in a bit, because for a while after it's all said and done, she's like, you were totally willing to sacrifice me, and he kind of has
I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care, Sam. Be my house husband.
No, it takes more than that. There's the whole second climax.
That's the thing. Yes. So
she's salty. She's like,
so Steve brings up, how long is this book? That's the thing, Steve. We haven't even gotten to the actual ending of this book.
2 more to go.
2 more endings.
Why? Steve and Levi are competing for king of the chat at this point.
Did you enable chat replay, Tim? Because
I don't know if I did.
You can do it afterwards.
Can you? I don't know if you can.
I'm not looking at the comments.
Okay, hopefully you can, because the chat has been better than assignment Star Stealers.
I've missed a lot of stuff here.
Did you read Andrea's comment?
What she? Oh no!
I should be reading these.
Bless my soul. What happened?
That one.
What happened that I didn't see? Oh no!
There's a lot happening.
Why are you guys still talking about my car?
They never stopped.
Man.
Don't encourage them, Ben.
Look at Steve. Second climax. I remember those days.
Oh no. Oh gosh. Okay, let's wrap this up. So
climax number 2 first. Then we'll wrap it up. We gotta go climax 2.
That's what I'm getting to. Okay, so at this point, Sam has made up with Amanda. She's over the fact that he wasn't willing to sacrifice her during the standoff with Skull and everything. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, it's when they go to get to Stevenson.
Okay. My gosh, there's still 2 more endings. Nick. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so
go ahead, Tim. You take it.
Right. We need to resolve the dead husband plot. So
do we?
If we're going to talk about the ending, then yes. So
no, because at the ending he was like, I wonder, I've been thinking this whole time and didn't mention it. I wonder if maybe it wasn't an accident. In fact, it's definitely murder.
Yeah, he knew that, but he had to be able to prove it.
But he didn't prove it.
Oh my gosh. Anyway,
the information he got, no, he didn't. Even his boss was like, yeah, that was all bogus. I lied.
No, but it was just like in a police interrogation where they say we got you on camera. They know that they're guilty, so he makes them flip.
Yeah, exactly. Because he
need to read less sci-fi and more crime. That's the problem.
No, it's not.
Jake only believes in cold, hard science.
Guys, I remembered how Von Handel died. Didn't Von Handel take cyanide? Or was
that's right, he did. Dang it.
After he was getting pounded on.
That's right. Skull
Yep.
beat the crap out of him, but he killed himself with the cyanide.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what the hell I just thought of that, but yeah, there you go.
Jim, I'm so glad we have you on the stream because how did I forget that?
Yeah.
Another spy troop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Does it show that despite the fact that I just read this book, I retained absolutely nothing from it?
I'm like that, man. I just skimmed it today when I was working today, but it's like I'm sitting on the computer. There's nothing to do, so I'm skimming the book, and I just read it today. So, and I forgot all that stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Like I said, I remember Sam killing a guy with a sandbag, and I remember Amanda shooting a guy with an AK-47. But I can't remember how all the important characters died. I can't remember what gets us from point A to point B.
It's awful, man.
But no,
I
so
think
we
it's
are
a
at
week
climax.
ago, and I remember.
Well, would you like to describe what happens in climax number 2, Nick?
Yes. So, Durrell takes Amanda, and they go after Stevenson. They track him down because Sam has figured out that the proprietor, the manager of the hotel, has been stealing the money. That's where Dodd was staying. He took the money out of the safe. So he's like, oh, it's a conspiracy, and it has something to do with Stevenson. So he goes to Stevenson, right?
No,
do
Am I
learn-
mixing up the two?
no.
You're right.
Nope.
And we do learn about Steve. In fact, this is one thing I didn't write down. I earmarked it. The first time Sam Durrell sees Stevenson, he says, he would be good at tennis, Durrell thought, and in bed with a woman.
Yeah.
Guys judge each other like that all the time. Hey,
Do
Yeah.
we? I can, I can see you making love to a woman and playing tennis.
I think he was just saying that he was fit.
But yeah,
money,
but obviously, I can imagine. I wouldn't.
Jake, do you mind? Nick was trying to explain the plot better than me.
I
failing miserably.
felt like this was an important fact that we need to bring up. So please continue, Nick. I apologize.
So yeah,
the hotel guy was working for Oliver.
So that was the third climax.
That's the
Yeah,
third.
yeah.
Second one is
we'll get to
Stevenson.
that. You're describing the second one with the dead.
All right,
husband.
so yeah, they track Stevenson down. They see that he was part of the conspiracy, and they get him. Durrell gets him to admit that he was the one who killed Amanda's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Hannibal Colpit. Brigadier Hannibal Colpit.
Yes.
Mm.
And then we get the third climax. And then after that is when she's like, okay, you're right. You've been protecting me this whole time.
Okay, fair.
I understand that you had to do what you had to do. There's things bigger than a relationship. There's the whole world we're talking about here, Jake. The whole world. So she understands that. So she's like, okay, I see what you had to do at this point. And then there's the third climax where he figures out that the hotel manager was stealing the money, and he tracked it back to Oliver, who was not a double agent necessarily, but just taking advantage of his position to steal the money, to get out of the spy game.
Right.
Twice he stole from Dodd and the money from Durrell.
Yeah.
And then we have the showdown with Durrell and Oliver.
Oh,
Speaking of which
ends
the most satisfying thing for me that happened in this book was that third ending. Jim, would you please tell us what happened? Because I want you to be the one who relates this.
He confronts. Okay, he shows up at Oliver's place. He breaks in. Oliver gets the best of him.
Because he turned the wrong direction.
He turned the wrong direction. Oliver's behind him instead of front of him. Right. And he lets this slovenly, fat, awful, despicable character get the best of him. Sam Durrell's supposed to be this sharp-edged, hand-to-hand combat expert, and Oliver runs, and he runs faster than Durrell. Durrell can't catch him. He finally catches him, and then Oliver gets him down on the ground or whatever. He's about to kill him, and that's when Scheherazade Falani, the little 12-year-old girl, stabs Oliver in the back.
with a scimitar.
Again,
With a
that's 3
scimitar.
times that Durrell was about to die, and somebody had to save him. And I just, oh my God, what
It's
kind
true,
of
and
guys are?
I agree that like for Sam, that's like it's like a character assassination moment. Like, come on, dude, what are you doing? Yet at the same time, I'm so satisfied that this poor little girl just gets to stab the heck out of this despicable human being. I love it.
Yeah, you're right. That was probably more appropriate for her to kill the guy. But it just
the whole time I'm like, okay, Sam, just shoot him. Just shoot him. Why isn't he shooting him? And then, Oliver goes at him, falls back, he's bleeding out of his chest, and then the little girl standing behind him with a freaking sword. I was like, okay, I'll take that. That's awesome.
How was Oliver beating Sam Durrell and running faster than him and getting away from Sam Durrell? He sits there and he's just, he's not in shape. And Sam Durrell is this, super secret agent guy, and he can't overtake this guy
because he's not good. He's not good. I could do a better job with the Star Stealers. I would do a better job.
Maybe Sam Durrell was played by a different actor in this book.
That ending would have been satisfying, and I would agree with you if he had done bloody anything. Anything. Yeah. He was constantly getting saved. He was the damsel in distress who's just going along for like, I guess I'll go, I fell into another trap, go through here, fell into another trap, getting hit in the head constantly and just constantly complaining about his headache and having to take aspirin and bourbon and nobody's giving him bourbon. Oh, I don't make enough money. This sucks. I hate Sam Durrell. I hate him. I was hoping the little girl would stab him too.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe the role of Sam Durrell was played by a different actor in this book.
Yeah, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell as Sam Durrell. There we go.
Oh boy.
Oh, but yes, after that third-ish ending, we do get him and Amanda, resolving their differences. But of course, she asks him, Sam, leave this job, settle down with me. I've got tons of money. You can live the good life with me. And he leaves her at, crack of dawn, heads off back to work, meets up with the general. The general's like, all right, time to get back to work, Sam. And that's how the novel ends.
Sam looks at the camera. I'm ready. Oh, once I take some Excedrin.
Oh. So I guess I should ask the question then. What did we think of Assignment Star Stealers? And just to get it out of the way, Jake, I'll let you go first. What did you think of Assignment Star Stealers?
It was great. Good time. It was his writing's Edward S. Aaron's writing is good. His writing's very good. It's very well studied. Like you can tell either he went there in person or he just studied like crazy because he really does put you in each environment. However, it was kind of confusing. It was very convoluted. It seemed like there were 3 separate plot lines that were trying to weave together. Mm-hmm. And Sam Durrell felt like he was just along for the ride. You tell me to go here, I'm going here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Now, there was no like agency for being a secret agent, which is kind of crazy. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't a tough guy. He just constantly got beat up by everybody. Fat guys, girls, everybody. Like, if you tap him on the back of the head, he's going down. And so it was okay. I would never read it again. It was kind of dissatisfying. The whole time I was waiting for it to get cool, and it didn't.
Oh.
So this is what I'd give it.
Did you not like it because it wasn't Mike Hawkish enough, that it wasn't like over the top? Is that what you were wanting?
No.
Or were you saying like you wanted it more, or you wanted it more serious?
There just wasn't enough action. I mean, there was the infiltration scene. That was cool. And I like that.
Well, he kills the guy at the beginning at the when he's being followed by the black car. And he kills
That's another thing. He's so not in control that he killed those 2 guys in the beginning accidentally. He was like, I didn't mean to kill him. I just killed him accidentally.
I've got a question.
He's not even in control of himself.
I've got a question about that scene. What happened to the sniper? The sniper shot at him, and then the other guy came at him with a knife. He killed that guy, and was the sniper not there? You know, like what happened to him?
I don't think we're ever told the identity of the sniper. I think it's implied that Oliver hired him. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, that particular scene though, like it's like he disappeared. Like was he not?
Yeah, because he's like going. You're right, because he's like going through his pockets and looking for his stuff, and like, who is this guy that tried to stab me? It's like, no, you should still be getting shot at.
Right, he's in a building. The sniper was outside. He's in a building, but when he goes outside, he's talking to the cops. So the sniper doesn't shoot him while he's talking to the cops.
Yeah, that's true. Right. I thought that was a little odd. He just took a shot. Okay, my job is done. I'm out of here.
I popped his tires. Yeah.
The sniper's only paid for one shot.
Yeah, that's all I could afford was one bullet.
He's paid. Yeah, he's paid by bullets.
You better make sure this chat replay is enabled. You better make sure.
Yeah, Levi, I'm sorry. We've just been so absorbed with all the conversation. I'm sorry.
Yes, it was a limp Mike Hawk.
Oh my god,
you're right. Duncan. That's exactly how I would put it. Would I recommend it? No. Would I read another one? Only if somebody had read it first and said, no, this one's good.
Okay, well that's the thing.
Then I'll read another one.
You need to read White Raja then. Raja.
I'm going to wait to hear until I'm going to wait before I hear your opinion of this book before I take any more advice from you.
Okay.
Looking at reviews of this book, apparently this is one of the weakest of the series.
Okay,
just keep that in mind.
Why do we keep doing that? We did that with Destroyer. We did that with Mike Hawk.
Because you picked later ones. You picked number 30. Yeah. Like Edward S. Aarons is kind of he's tired at that point. He's to hell with this guy. So you got to get the early ones.
Even the Ninja Master. It was just like everybody's like, oh, that's the worst one. We keep picking the worst ones.
I know. Yeah. Totally.
So well, Nick, you've read quite a few of these at this point. What was your opinion on Assignment Star Stealers?
It's not the best one I've ever read, and yeah, I don't know. I really like when he's by himself. It was weird to have him checking in all the time, and like Jake said, go here, do this. Like that's not usually how he is. He's by himself. He's in control of all the situations. I don't know. He's not like a killer. It's not like straight action. Like the espionage genre isn't just straight action, even though the James Bond movies make it kind of seem that way. But if you read more of the books, they are these very involved plot lines with multiple things going on at the same time. And I think that's kind of what was going on. It was confusing at the beginning. And like I said, it was like the descriptions sucked at the beginning, which is crazy because he has the best descriptions.
Yeah,
but it was just at the start of it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I didn't think it was bad at all. I liked it.
Yeah,
but there was so much going on. It was. I can see how it'd be overwhelming if this was your first time with it, for sure.
What did you like about it?
I liked the multiple plot lines. I liked that there was so much going on. I liked that it was a conspiracy. I liked that it was like a hard-boiled fiction novel where you didn't know who was on whose side. And it seemed like there was the plot lines were going along and you knew that they were going to intersect eventually, but it was how it was all going to work together. It was like putting a puzzle together. And I like the part at the end where she lights up the room with the AK-47. That was like my favorite part because they were like trying to play it cool, and they were like, "Oh no, it's about to go down." They're like he throws a punch, or it's like it starts so slow, and then they're just like, and then you hear she's like standing behind them, like oh no, it's hit the fan, and she just starts mowing people down. That was the best part.
I pictured in Austin Powers. I think there was a scene one of the fembots were doing this with the machine gun. That's what I pictured in that scene.
Nice.
Yeah. I liked her. I liked her character. I liked the other characters. I don't know. Skull was awesome.
Skull's awesome.
Skull was awesome.
Yeah, Oliver was absolutely despicable.
Oh,
Oliver, yeah.
And Richard, Richard is a spoiled rich kid.
Yeah,
who hates hates everything that's been given to him.
I want my
He's stuck on
daddy.
Yeah, I can definitely see it being one of the weaker ones. I didn't dislike this novel. I enjoyed myself quite a bit, but yes, the complaints that you guys are leveling at make a lot of sense. First of all, there is way too much going on. The descriptions they get a little out of hand. And yeah, I think the biggest thing that we've taken away from this is that Sam Durrell is just not on his A game in this one. I mentioned that I read White Raja, which is the one that came out before this one. Jake, that book is nothing but action. It literally starts off in the middle of a chase sequence, and by the end of it, you come away from that book thinking that Sam Durrell is like the baddest dude in the world. He's totally the opposite in that book. It's fantastic.
Don't get me wrong. I actually had a lot of fun with the novel. For everything we've said and the faults that it had, I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And like I said, his writing makes up for it. And there were some cool scenes, like the scene in the school, like Nick was saying. That was badass. That was like hard-boiled stuff. And he just breaks the guy's neck with I think he elbowed him in the back of the neck, and you heard a crack, and then he falls, and you hear a smush as his head hits the brick wall. I mean, that was pretty cool, man. That was well described, and I did enjoy it. But again, like there was faults with it, and you can't. I mean, when you're talking about it like this, you can't help but pick out all the faults in a book.
Yeah.
And it kind of gives it a bad rap. But I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it is not. I would agree with that. I had a good time reading it. It's while I'm digesting it here that I'm like, wait a minute, I don't feel good. But you're right. When reading it at the time, I was like, I had a good time reading it.
Yeah.
And Duncan McCurdy might just have the quote of the night.
Oh my god. Raja, Duncan. Raja, White Raja. Raja.
Yeah, Mike, the Hawk series is action adventure, but the espionage series is different.
I get it. By the way, for the chat's benefit, I get it. We should have read another Hawk novel. I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going to now.
Hey, I'll be there for it.
Yes.
We should read. Have you guys ever read a James Bond novel on here?
No, it's been talked about though.
You should try a James Bond novel, man. Like honestly, like I read them when I was a kid. I tore through them, and I think every time I read a book like this, I'm comparing it to the James Bond novel, so that it never quite stacks up for me.
Okay,
but you should definitely read one of the Bond novels.
I told Tim that my favorite was Dr. No, and he read it and he didn't like it.
Oh, really? Oh, I love it. Dr. No was kind of like a pulpy, like almost read like a Mike Hammer novel. It just had that kind of atmosphere to it, like he's fighting a freaking octopus, for God's sake.
Yeah, I know. I love the end of that. Tim hated it.
I didn't hate it. Okay.
I love Dr. No.
I thought the book was well written. I just thought there was not enough. I thought the action scenes were not enough, and that like the exposition was way too long. The thing that I enjoyed about Dr. No, weirdly enough, was the fact that James Bond is so different in the books than he is in the movies. Because I've seen all the movies, and I love those movies to death.
Yeah,
but he's not a Superman.
Yeah, no, he's very different. So I thought that was fascinating, and I definitely want to try another one. I have a copy of Thunderball. I know you tossed around maybe doing Thunderball at some point on the show.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, I would like to.
Thunderball was a special case because it was based on a screenplay. Like that one was in. He was sued over that, Ian Fleming.
Yes.
It was like they had developed this television series, him and Kevin McClory, way back in the late 50s, and it didn't pan out. So Ian Fleming took that story and he wrote Thunderball, and Spectre was kind of created by Kevin McClory, not necessarily by Ian Fleming. So that was in courts for years, and a lot of people seem to think that that's what caused Fleming's health problems, because he was just stressed and worried about this court court case going on for freaking ever over this book and this story. But still, it was a good book. Thunderball was a good book. You know,
It's my favorite.
Oh, I love it, man. Like
Really?
nobody
It's my favorite movie. I haven't read the book yet, though.
You know, Thunderball to this day apparently is like, if you compare it like 19 when it had come out, 1965 or something, it's still the biggest grossing Bond movie of all time. That's Thunderball.
I like A View to Kill.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
With Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I like For Your Eyes Only. Like speaking of Roger Moore movies, I like For Your Eyes Only because it was played a little bit more straight. It wasn't quite so cartoony and over.
There wasn't a slide whistle. The car does the
my gosh,
barrel
that
roll.
scene is amazing.
Yeah,
it's terrible. It's terrible.
It is, but it's amazing. No, I like the Timothy Dalton ones. I know those aren't the most popular.
Yeah.
License to Kill might be my favorites. Like,
because that was the first like gritty.
it's
Bond.
so freaking gritty.
They were closer to the Bond books. The Timothy he played it much closer to the character from the books. That's why they were so good. He was just like a badass in that. Timothy Dalton. Jake's reading the comments.
I've been reading the comments the whole time.
I'm sorry,
I can't see any of them, and Jake's just laughing the whole episode.
Would prefer the worst Bond flip.
This has been in the chat. You guys need to give yourself a gold star because this has been the best chat out of any live EEBS we've done so far.
Go Man brings up a good point with the happy ending for Jaws and Moonraker. That is a sappy freaking ending, but it did make me smile the first time.
Okay. The end of that movie, I think it was that one where he meets like Jaws meets a little blonde girl with the glasses.
Yeah.
Did she have braces at the end of that movie?
I think
so.
It's been a while since I've seen it.
Because that's one of those moments where everybody remembers her having braces, but she never had braces. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
What do they call those?
The Mandela effect or whatever.
Mandela effect.
Yeah.
I remember her having braces. That character. But they're fun too. I love those movies too. They're fun.
They're so good. We should just watch Bond movies.
I'm pretty sure that there's a YouTube channel for that already.
Maybe there's not.
I'm just guessing.
The end of Diamonds Are Forever, which is one of the worst Bonds. But that end with those
my gosh, with what's his name? With Afet Koto blowing up at the end.
That's Live and Let Die.
Oh, that's Live and Let Die.
No, they're on the ship and the two gay henchmen,
kid,
the assassins,
the assassins come in, and that him taking out those assassins, I laughed so. That's one of those scenes I rewound like probably.
I remember.
Me and my brother are just tears streaming, laughing at that part. It's so good.
I remember going to the theater to that movie. My dad took me to see that movie, Diamonds Are Forever. And it's always held a special place in my heart because of that. And it's Sean Connery, man. He made a comeback as Bond for that one. So
that's one where I read the book and it's better than the movie.
The movie's not too good.
Yeah.
The book has a lot of mafia stuff in it. It's very gangster.
Ooh,
yeah.
Because they're in Las Vegas, so it's the mob. Yeah, it's great.
I think that's the first Bond I ever read. I remember as a kid, I was 14, 15. I got Dr. No, From Russia with Love, and Diamonds Are Forever. And they're the first three Bond books I ever read. And I'm pretty sure Diamonds Are Forever was the first one. But yeah, great
That's
book.
funny. Those are the only three that I've read.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. Coincidence.
What did you think of From Russia with Love?
It was awesome. It was different, but it was great. It was so from the perspective of the killer for like half the book. And you're like, what's going on? But then it has the great train scene at the end still. That was so good.
Yeah.
All of them. I've loved all three of them.
And Bond didn't even appear until the last 2/3 of the book or something, right?
Yeah. I mean, it still has the train scene. It still has all that, which was the best part,
Yeah, I agree.
Man, my phone's about to die. I'm gonna have to switch back to the computer, so I'll be gone for a second.
Okay.
Bye, Nick.
That said, I am still like the stereotypical millennial. I still love the what's it called? The Pierce Brosnan James Bonds.
Oh,
GoldenEye. I know I
GoldenEye.
just said that License to Kill is probably my favorite, but GoldenEye just has a special place in my heart for some reason.
It was a reboot, you know.
Yeah.
And they did such a good job on it. And I love Pierce Brosnan as James Bond.
Mhm.
Did such a great job.
I love GoldenEye, but that's probably
GoldenEye.
all I love of the Pierce Brosnan. The rest are trash.
Well, yeah.
I like the way, which is the one that opens up with the ridiculous chase scene that goes on for way too long. I think it's The World Is Not Enough, but I can't remember.
I can't
It ends with him
remember. They
shooting
bleed
the woman
together.
like a hot air balloon or something.
Oh God, I forget now.
I think
Yeah.
it's World Is Not Enough.
I'll have to rewatch them.
Which that song's a banger.
It is a banger, dude. So many good like theme songs came out.
That
of that
needs to be
series.
the next Jimmy's live stream. Written the next News from the Guilty radio show needs to be Sephiroth. Put it in the Discord. That's the next live stream theme. Bond songs.
Oh, they're awesome. Yeah, well,
they're
not
all
so
great.
much.
They're great.
I made my own soundtrack up to the last Roger. No, up to GoldenEye, I think. But yeah, they're all so great, man. They really are. I got a couple of the albums too, like the actual records from Russia with Love and Goldfinger, and yeah.
Yep. Goldfinger.
Yeah.
Ali Rose says like the video game, or GoldenEye 64 way more than the actual movie. That video game, for whatever reason, I missed that growing up, and so I didn't play it until I was older, and so I don't have like the same nostalgia with it. But it's a great game.
Me and my buddies would play that game. We would get a screen divider. It was actually a room divider. We'd put it in the middle of our screen so you couldn't see the other, so you couldn't see each other's teams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
you would play
idea.
Hundreds of hours in that game.
I played with my kids. Like my kids and I played that game all the time, man. Yeah. GoldenEye was such a good game, and it still holds up so well today.
Oh yeah,
not the controls.
Yeah. No,
the controls.
It was
broken now.
Yep.
Freaking Yahtzee Croshaw from what's it called? That one escapist show that they had on YouTube. Zero Punctuation. He would always say that the N64 controller was a controller that was manufactured and made for a race of mutant spider people.
Oh, yeah.
And he's 100% correct. Even though there's so many good games on that console, I hate that controller.
It's very difficult to play because I'm literally have to hold it like this with my giant stupid hands.
I hate it so much.
Yeah, yeah. They did remake that game though for the Daniel Craig one.
Oh yeah, they did.
As Daniel Craig as James Bond, and that one's good too, but it just doesn't have the appeal of the original one.
Jimmy Page played guitar for Goldfinger. Yes, he did. He did an awesome job.
Oh, I didn't know that. Where's Nick's coming back, right?
He's coming back.
He's an Irish goodbye. Oh, like my phone's about to die, guys. I got it later. Right now, he's mixing himself some tofu tea or whatever those vegans drink, and
tofu tea.
Getting ready to go to bed, slipping into his jams.
I mean, he probably is, but so anyway, before we
more aspirin, two shots of bourbon.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, right.
There he is.
Oh, what fun time we had in those last few minutes. Oh, hi, Nick.
Oh,
Tim, did you say what you liked about this book? Your thoughts on this book?
I did. I liked like the rest of you. I didn't enjoy the fact that Sam Durrell was such a pushover in this, but I love Edward S. Aarons' writing style. He, like I said, he throws you into the atmosphere of this book, and he does a great job of it. I love when you get immersed into the world of a book, and he does that so well in all the books of his that I've read so far. Again, not my favorite assignment that I've read so far, but I still enjoyed it.
There was little gems, like when they wrote in the desert, and he said that the sun hissed off the heat of the side of it, like just the way he worded it, you just picture it, and it was so almost poetic.
Mm-hmm.
He is a really good writer.
Oh yeah. Hot Shots Part 2.
I literally just watched that like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
so stupid.
Man, I haven't seen those in forever.
That's all right. You don't have to. You don't have to.
Well, all right, guys. I guess that kind of wraps up this conversation. Do we want to talk about what's coming up next time on EEBS?
Yes. We're getting close to finalizing a date. It'll be on my channel. We'll let you guys know as soon as we do. But we are reading Amazons.
Oh,
It's by a bunch of female fighters, written by females, and
it's a
Charles
dog.
Saunders. And it's a dog.
Yeah, Charles Saunders is in there randomly, but that's awesome because I love Charles Saunders.
Yeah, we're being joined by Andrea from Infinite Text. We need to have the feminine touch for this one. Yes, there she is. She's so excited about it. Woo.
Woo in all lowercase.
I wish we could show you guys all of the messages. Like, can we just read it Lovecraft or something good? I read this fantasy crap.
Wait, hold on. So Deb chimes in with, okay, this might be an accent thing, but whenever Tim says Sam Durrell, does anyone else hear Cinderella?
Say it, Tim.
Sam Durrell.
Sam Durrell, night and day. It's Sam Durrell.
Maybe.
Do the
Maybe.
dishes, get your
How
head
you
back.
made me
Take
self-conscious,
your aspirin.
Thank
Steal
you.
your bourbon. Yep. And so we'll have a date soon. As soon as we know the day, we'll have it. We might have a guest or two as it gets closer, but we'll let you guys know.
cool.
Mid-December.
Yep.
Amazons.
All right. Well, let's let everybody know what's going on our channels in the near future. Jim, since you're a special guest, you go ahead and go first. Go ahead and promote whatever you got coming up next, if there's anything you want to talk about.
I got nothing in particular to talk
Okay.
about. Well, Die November. I mean,
Yes.
November's over pretty much, but I still want to get a Die November video out. I read The Lost World. I'm reading a Ray Bradbury Dinosaur Tales, which I'm reading currently. And but nothing in particular to talk about. I'm going to do a James Bond video too, since we've been talking about James Bond. I want to feature all the non-Fleming James Bond books, and there's been a lot of them now. There's actually more of those than there is actual Fleming Bond novels. So, I probably my next video I'm going to do that. And by the way, I want to. Jake did such a great video on the Robert E. Howard Museum. Him and Chris. That's that was the two great videos. And a great cause for to help renovate the Robert E. Howard Museum and home. I want to do a video on that too and try to get the word out. But that was awesome.
Yeah, good. It was amazing. A lot of people have been donating, but the website's not updating. So you see all these donations, but it's still like locked at what it was before it started. And so once it updates, we'll see how we're doing. But
nice, yeah.
I need some IT work in the background.
Yeah. Great cause though.
Yeah. It's incredible. Have you ever been?
I've never been. I've been wanting to go for years. I've never had a chance to get down.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Jake, you got anything coming up of interest on your channel?
I was just on today. I was a guest on Check Your Shelf with Steve and Paul, and that was up later to. Oh yeah, there's Steve there, and that was up. That's up later today. Or earlier today, we talked about Ray Bradbury and the Martian Chronicles, and that was it's a blast going on their channel. If anybody in watching this is not subscribed to Check Your Shelf, you guys are missing out. They are absolutely hilarious.
Love those two.
It's a silly good time. You guys have been on, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you guys have both been on. Yeah, it's just so much fun. Those guys are awesome. So
I caught the episode today. Yeah, good one.
They're so silly.
Yeah, hilarious.
It was an hour of just being silly and goofing around, and that was what wasn't cut. So there's a lot. So yeah, give those guys a follow. They're actually incredible. And then just normal videos. Probably I dropped an Epstein video today, so we'll see how many. I've only lost 3 subs since I did that, so hopefully we'll bounce back. That's what we do, right?
I love how casually you say.
Durrell.
I love how casually you say I dropped an Epstein video.
Well, somebody's got to drop something about Epstein. Yeah, I'm saying that
Moving
your
on.
channel. Clip that.
Moving on, I want to point out, by the way, by reviewing this book on our show, I did technically trick you guys into participating in an event because it is Dr. November.
Yes, yeah.
I know how much you and Jake and Nick love participating in BookTube events. So, and I didn't even mean for it to happen. I was just like, hey, yeah, I'll read an assignment.
Gems.
And then I remember looking around on my homepage and be like, oh, wait, a lot of people are talking about Dr. November.
Appropriate.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Nick, what you got going on, man?
Am I freezing? Do I just keep freezing on you guys?
Not now.
I don't think so.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, about every 20 or 30
boy.
seconds you freeze for about 10 seconds. Now you're back. Say it fast.
Real quick.
It's not worth talking. This is just gonna mess up. So,
Dude.
Don't be like that. Come on. Try.
I read this book, The Rig. It's
Yes.
about a trucker. Awesome.
Damn it.
I cannot wait because you and Brian have been hyping that book up. I cannot wait to hear about it. So The Rig. Get pumped for The Rig. Coming soon on the Book Graveyard. All right. As for myself, Jim, you'll be proud of me. I've been digging a little bit into this book. This is McBride and Kennedy Case Files by Frederick Nebel.
Oh,
Who's
Frederick
cool-
Nebel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the writer. I have read
okay.
some short stories of his, but yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, Glockensig sent this to me out of nowhere. And yeah, I've only read the first story so far, but it's really cool stuff. Old-fashioned, pulpy, hard-boiled crime fiction. Very cool.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good you're getting into that stuff, man.
I'm excited. There's so much stuff I want to read now. I bought a Dashiell Hammett a couple days ago. I bought some more mystery stuff. I'm excited. Yeah. Digging the crime and mystery fiction.
Nice.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I was about to say I would be careful saying with this chat and with the theme of the night. I'd be very careful saying "Get pumped for The Rig," and but Steve beat me to it.
Oh goodness,
Oh,
Steve, you've been a blessing.
oh.
Let the truckers roll. Speaking of Glockensig,
Yeah, no, we don't know.
wouldn't you like to know?
Oh man,
All right. Does anyone have anything else before we wrap this baby up? Read the other assignment books. They're good. I promise.
no. Read one first. Somebody needs to screen it.
Whatever. All right, guys. We're going to wrap this up. Thank you so much. This has been Assignment EEBS. Take care,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me, guys. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Jim.
for
We love
coming
you,
back.
man. Let's get out of here.